Today and tomorrow, something massive is happening in the crypto community, and that is XRP 2026 Las Vegas. XRP Las Vegas is the largest XRP conference in the entire world. We're going to have many guest speakers. There's going to be institutions coming to town. We're going to have the Ripple CEO, Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple CTO, David Schwartz, many crypto companies, and so much more happening at this conference. Before we jump into all that, this video is sponsored by the Crypto Wealth Group. Are you looking to become a trader and you would like trading signals provided for you every single day? Or are you a trader but you're currently struggling and finding yourself losing a lot of trades? Then the Crypto Wealth Group might just be for you, because there are 6 analysts in there that send their trade signals every single day, with one of them actually being myself, and then there's also 5 other traders in there. The Crypto Wealth Group focuses on crypto leverage futures trading. Leverage trading is a multiplier on your return. So just say if you entered a Bitcoin long or a buy position, right? Because a buy is a long and a sell is a short. So you could actually make money on the downside as long as the upside. But just say if you were to long, which is a buy, and you did a 5x leverage on Bitcoin, that price action would actually be multiplied by 5x. So let's say Bitcoin rises by 2%, you're making a 10% gain, because 2 times 5, 10. Now, keep in mind, just say if you were in that Bitcoin long and Bitcoin fell 2%, you wouldn't be down 2%, you would actually be down 10%. That's why risk management is super important, and the Crypto Wealth Group has you covered with specific leverages, specific stop losses in place to make sure that you guys are actually having a solid risk management plan. So if you're looking for daily trading signals, then head over to the CryptoWealthGroup.com. So let's jump back into this video, guys. The XRP conference in Las Vegas, does this actually matter, or is this event just about hype? Because, history shows that, every single time there is an XRP conference, doesn't matter if it's Las Vegas, New York, wherever the case may be, we don't see an instant price surge. And a lot of retail investors get that mistake, and they think that, just because XRP Las Vegas is today and tomorrow, they think that the price is going to instantly pump. No, that's not how it works. These institutions are coming to town, massive investors, smart money. They're coming into Las Vegas, and there's going to be people all around the world watching this conference, discussing how Ripple is going to integrate XRP into banking systems for the future. XRP is a long-term play, and XRP conference in Las Vegas is, for those conversations, for institutions to come in and speak to Ripple directly about this. So yes, I actually think there's going to be a lot of breaking news announcements for XRP, potential new partnerships, a lot of just new announcements that, we maybe haven't heard yet. And I think that we're going to be blown away and given a nice little treat with this. But I wouldn't be banking on XRP to rise so much in price just in the next 2 days on this conference. This conference should make you look forward to the future. And I'm not talking about just the next couple of weeks or months or even a year. I'm talking in the next 5 to 10 years. We're talking, 2030, 2035 here. But let me show you guys something that most people are also missing, is that, Ripple is not just hosting an XRP event. They're actually taking over Las Vegas. Now, we're seeing billboards, massive digital displays on, buildings and hotels. The 27th to the 29th was the Bitcoin conference, and that got overshadowed by XRP. XRP just took over Las Vegas and said, nah, Bitcoin, I know you guys are having your event. You guys are #1 in market cap, the biggest coin in the world, but no, XRP's coming to town. So events and conferences like this, it's not, the focus should not be on the price. The focus should be on what is to come for the future. To listen to the actual conversations that these institutions and smart money people are having. And think about the timing of all of this right now. We're the last day of April is here. Tomorrow is May. So we're seeing this event coming as all of this regulatory clarity is coming. We should have the Clarity Act, coming this month, as we saw at the Bitcoin conference. Senator Cynthia Lummis said that they should have everything wrapped up with the Clarity Act by the end of May this month. And yesterday, it just got confirmed by the New York Stock Exchange that XRP is a digital commodity. So NYSE, they're labeling XRP as a digital commodity here. And if you guys have seen my previous videos, we've talked about XRP as a commodity and how it would be priced differently than, let's say a security. And the whole entire topic with the SEC versus Ripple case years ago was trying to figure out if XRP was a security or potentially a commodity. And now we're seeing that it is a commodity. And institutions are starting to treat XRP a lot more serious now that, it is a commodity. We're getting this regulatory clarity coming in. This is all happening at the same exact time, along with this XRP conference that's going on today and tomorrow. And while all of that is happening, we're seeing the crypto market fight against, macro events. We have obviously everything that's going on with Iran Iran, United States, Israel. We're seeing oil go through the roof. And I know that, Jake Claver has talked about, reverse carry trades. We've had him on our podcast 2 weeks ago. That was an amazing podcast. Go check that one out. It's on the YouTube channel. But I truly believe that everything is starting to line up here for XRP. And, speaking of that reverse carry trade, we're seeing those real world catalysts start to actually, play in. But at this conference, what matters the most over the next 2 days is not the billboards, not the hype on social media, but it's listening to the keynote speakers. What are these institutions saying about XRP? Because at this event, we're seeing builders coming into the table. We're seeing institutions come into the table. And what is that going to bring? That's going to bring a lot of attention for XRP, and attention in the crypto world brings liquidity. And what does liquidity bring? Liquidity brings a higher price. Now, like I said, do I expect a massive pump over the next 2 days for XRP? No, could we go up? Sure, but that's not the focus. I don't really care about what happens today and tomorrow for the price of XRP. I'm focused on the long term, but I think that people are going to really start to realize how serious of a coin XRP is. It's not just a random crypto token. It's not a meme coin. XRP is actual infrastructure that the real world can use. We're talking about cross-border payments, tokenized finance. A whole entire new system is being built. In 2025, President Trump spoke about, there being a need for, the state-of-the-art crypto technology to come in and replace the outdated, broken, old banking system. And whether you believe in XRP or not, you can't ignore the fact that it provides the most real-world utility out of any single crypto coin. 3 to 5 second transaction times, and for fractions of a cost fees. So let's go over the guest speakers at the XRP Las Vegas 2026 event. We're looking at the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse. We're looking at the CTO of Ripple, David Schwartz. SVP of Ripple, the CEO of Evernorth. We're going to have John Deaton. We're going to have the CIO of Bitwise Asset Management, the president of MoonPay, the CEO of OKX, which OKX just actually listed RLUSD on their platform yesterday, co-founder of Flare Network, CPO of Solana, Eleanor Terrett, the Kwok brothers. We have Dom and Phil Kwok coming to town. They're over from EZA. Franklin Templeton, a massive institution, the Digital Dollar Project. That's huge to have at the XRP event. We're also seeing Zebek, Yakrim, Uphold, Vast Bank, Caleb and Brown, Blueprint, Ludrow Street Advisors. Paul Barron is going to be a guest speaker, someone that I actually look up to very much. Go check out the Paul Barron Network. This is not small. This is a stacked lineup of guest speakers coming to the XRP Las Vegas event. This is serious capital, serious builders, and serious influence all coming to one place to discuss about one thing, and that is XRP. So what happens next here in the short term? Probably nothing dramatic in the terms of the price, unless there's a massive Swift announcement or something. Maybe we'll get a little more volatility, a little more volume in there, maybe a nice little fake move up that could potentially get sold into. We'll see what happens. Or maybe no move at all, because that's not how markets work. Markets don't work on attention. They work on actual infrastructure, actual liquidity coming in. We've talked about this in the past on previous videos that, XRP is no longer moving based on retail liquidity or retail capital coming into the market. The only way XRP is going to move with institutional capital coming into the market. But moments like this are huge. At this event, connections happen. Institutions start speaking with institutions. Other companies start speaking with other companies. They start building on the XRP ledger. We have announcements that come out. We have partnerships, new narratives, and all of those things happening at that event. They're not things happening instantly on the chart. There are things happening, behind closed doors, off camera. So don't ask the question, will XRP pump from this event? I need XRP to go to the moon right now. If it doesn't, I'm going to panic sell after this event. No, that's the wrong question you should be asking. The real question you should be asking is, what kind of conversations are being had at this XRP Las Vegas event? What kind of infrastructure conversations are, being had? What is everyone paying attention to here? Because one day people will look back on these moments and realize, that's where it all started. This is where these conversations started to be had. So if you're watching this here in live time, then guys, you guys want to smash that follow and subscribe button, because we're going to be bringing you guys the full coverage here on Instagram, on X, and on YouTube as well. We're posting daily on YouTube, so make sure you guys are tuning in to stay fully updated on the latest crypto and XRP news. And trust me, there are going to be huge announcements coming from this. This week is so much bigger than what people realize. So guys, like I said, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.